Dear friends, each of us has been asked this question since we were young. What do you want to be while you're an adult? Then, in school, we are required to select the exact course that will to support your future needs. Even before enrolling in college, albeit not usually, serious deliberate choice regarding the future work sector. However, following all of these steps, the real a person's true calling may become clear at the most unanticipated time. That's exactly what happened to the protagonist of our story today, who was only in the city for 2 weeks yet managed to not only discover his purpose in life, but also develop into a real hero and a role model to be proud of. Sabit Shan Taksabayev, 37, was drawn to the city because he had always yearned for a high-profile, well-paying career. One day, he even had the courage to act responsibly and leave his wife and 4 children behind in Kizilorda to work on a building site in Nur-Sultan, the capital of Kazakhstan. Prior to an incident in his life interfering with his objectives, Sabit had rented a modest apartment in one of Zhek. He peacefully dressed for work that day and entered the street, but after moving a short distance, he noticed a mass of people near one of the staircases. The father heard children shouting as they were all looking up, but as he turned to look, he couldn't believe what he saw. A young child was dangling from the 8th floor window and tenuously holding on with her small hands. It was critical that action be taken. The man reasoned that he should become one of those people who would immediately take out their phone and start recording everything because every second may have been his last. The man hurried to the entrance with his pal and proceeded to the downstairs neighbors on the 7th level. Fortunately, they saw the situation and opened the door right away. They recognized the issue right away and opened the door. However, what should they do next? Since there was no time to consider it, or so the hero later informed me, he risked his life by climbing out, clinging onto the plastic window with one hand, and proceeding directly to the young child. It doesn't seem necessary to me. You already know that there was no safety harness used throughout. Only Comrade Sagi Zhilkashiev clung on while hoping the rescue effort would be successful. As Sabit would subsequently remark, at that time, because he knew it was only a matter of seconds, all he could think about at the time was saving the kid. And to be completely honest, watching the video that the neighbors across the street saw just makes my blood boil. For a brief moment, the man saw himself to be 8 floors high as he struggled to reach the girl, who was exerting her last remaining power and losing her arms. It was crucial to fix the hero after he reached the daughter and the child's body fell straight into his hands while he was holding on to only a plastic window, which may not have been able to maintain his weight. Everyone who had seen the image up until that point was unable to hold the young girl, except the brave man. After making sure the infant was safe by passing her to his partner with one hand, the hero just then had an idea and entered the balcony. What took place next? After saving the girl, Sobi didn't even acknowledge her parents before returning to work as if nothing had occurred. He returned to work as if nothing had happened. He wasn't trying to be a hero, he was simply acting as any other person in his situation would have. The man didn't happen to notice social media, the headlines, and the countless expressions of gratitude until midday. Even his wife and children learned about what happened on Instagram, which is a clear sign of how little the man thought what he did was awful. Of course, leaving it alone would have been disastrous, so shortly after the local authorities made the decision to find the man, his life underwent a significant upheaval. The first Vice Minister of the Ministry of Emergency Situations, Major General Ibrahim Bolshimbayev, and even General Ibrahim Bolshimbayev gave the man a badge and a wristwatch as soon as our hero arrived at the reception of the city's Akim, Altai Kulganov. Also promised to Sabit was employment in his field of expertise, assistance in moving his family to the capital, a job for his wife, and access to schools and kindergartens for his kids, as well as daycare centers for his kids. But that was just the start. The hero's loans were quickly paid off by sponsors, who also contributed to the cost of the kids' vacations. To top it all off, a nonprofit foundation started accumulating money to help Sabit's family buy a home. The foundation advised supporting this kind of bravery since it sets an example for future generations. As a result, the family in question only needs to offer a respectable level of living. There were only a few days left before the family would move into their new home, and the man was even offered the chance to select a plan for his future apartment. Additionally, Sabat's companion, who had protected the man throughout the girl's rescue, was also offered the flat. A private building company took the initiative and offered to give Sagi a 2-room flat in the city. The tiny little girl was given the chance to live a long and happy life and grow up to be a decent human being, and it's all thanks to a man who wasn't indifferent, who didn't hesitate for a second before acting, and thanks to a willful decision prevented a terrible tragedy. In short, it happened that in just a single day changed not only the fate of the two men. He raises his kids according to this philosophy. His children are raised with the proper ideals, making them strong people capable of doing good and brave things. What do you think about Sabita's behavior, friends? Don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts. All okay, bye for now. If you like the video, give it a rating. I hope you do. Bye and see you later.